Hello everyone, I'm Uberswe, and today we're taking a look at a create mod add-on called Create Buzzy Bees. And this add-on basically replaces your schematic cannon with Mechanical Bees, but it doesn't just play schematics or build schematics, it does so much more. And I'm here to show you everything that it does. Now, we just used the construction planner to place this building, and the bees have finished building it. Now we can use the destruction planner here to make a selection just like you would with a normal schematic, just like that. And then we can hit the R key, and as soon as we do that, all the bees will start tearing down the build. So as you can see, they're grabbing the flag up there, just taking a bunch of stuff off of this build. And they do get a little bit stuck here, but if they get stuck, they will end up like teleporting. And then they'll bring all the items back to our item vaults here. And we also have little mechanical bumblebees that are like cargo bees, I would say. And they can transport items between vaults. So slowly but surely, these bees will tear down this build. And now that the bees are done clearing that, we can go back to the construction planner. And here, if we click B while having this selected, we can open the schematic browser. And this will actually allow you to view your schematics in 3D. So these are all my local schematics, and they have this 3D view rendered. And you can also see like a full material list here with all the items you need to build a schematic. You can also assign a group to your schematic if you want to group them. For example, I have a village group here where I have a villager house as one of my schematics. Now, you can also go to a browse online here, and this is actually connected to createmod.com. So I had a little bit of a part with this. So I helped out a little bit here. StaticFX asked me if I wanted to help connect like the mod to createmod.com. So we integrated the schematic browser that he had made with createmod.com with the API. And now you can browse all the schematics on createmod.com here. You can paginate through all the pages and look at all these amazing schematics. And you can also search here. So if you want to find my schematics, just search for Uberswe, and then you can have a look through everything that I have published here, or anything that mentions me for that matter. So maybe we want this airship here that we have. So we can take this airship and we can click download here. And now it'll say downloaded airship.mbt, and we should have airship right here. And now we can select this, and now it will be part of our construction planner. So just like we would do with the regular schematic, we can kind of adjust this here, and then we can just click construct, and this is going to tell all the bees that we have in our mechanical beehives here to start constructing this, just like so. Now, if we go back to our airship here, we can actually hold shift right mouse button. We can place multiple ships at the same time here. And now these bees, our big swarm here, is going to go ahead and build all of these airships here. So I think this really adds to what you can do. Like with the schematic cannon, you have to do like one schematic at a time, or you have to set up like multiple cannons. This makes it very easy to just like spam a bunch of schematics if you want to get a factory up and running, or you need to like place a bunch of things in a repeated order. Like maybe you're building like railroad tracks and you have a bunch of like sections that you just want to place down, then this would be perfect. Now, there are two types of bees being used here. So we have our mechanical bee here, which is the bee that's going to be building all of your schematics, and they're also the bees that do the destruction. So they like deconstruct stuff. And then we also have a mechanical bumblebee, and this is like a cargo bee. That's kind of what I like to call it. But that can bring items between item vaults. I don't really have anything right now, but they were, I think you saw them earlier in the video. So they can like transport items, and they use two different things. So we have a logistics port, and you can set it to be depositing items. So right now it's depositing items, but you could also allow it to take items like this. And that allows the mechanical bees to take items out. So logistic port is connecting with mechanical bees, and our cargo port here is connecting with the mechanical bumblebees. And this one works in the same way. So here you can see this one is allowed to take items out, and then it can transport items to this cargo port because it's set to take them in. logistical ports and cargo ports, they can have priorities. So if you have like a storage that should have higher priority, you can actually increase the priority on the storage here. It is also possible to set filters. So if you only want certain ports to work with certain beehives, you can set like a filter on them. Same thing here. You can set like different filters right here. And that's gonna like allow you to organize things a little bit better. Now you might be wondering, how do I craft these bees and how do I put them in a mechanical beehive? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let me show you. Crafting a mechanical beehive is fairly simple. You just take a regular beehive and you throw it on like this, and then you take a deployer and push a electron tube onto it and then a cog onto it, and then you press it, and then it will become a mechanical beehive. And as with the create mod, you can also ponder here. So just hold W to ponder and it will show you how the mechanical beehive works. I'm also going to go ahead and show you in this video how it works, but let's first cover how to make the different types of bees. Now for our mechanical bumblebee, we need to take some honeycomb and we can throw it on a belt like this, and then we do a sequence assembly where we put on a electron tube, a precision mechanism, and a brass sheet. And we have to do this twice. Oh yeah, and also press it. We have to do that twice, and then we can do bulk gluing, which is a new recipe or a new function, onto our mechanical bee chassis there to kind of glue the wings on there, and we get a mechanical bee. Then for the mechanical bumblebee, we have a similar process, but a little bit more complicated. So it's a sequence assembly again, and we throw a honeycomb on the belt. We have an iron sheet, an electron tube, a precision mechanism, and a vault that we need to press onto it. And then we need to press it twice. We do that twice, and then we can do the same thing where we're doing bulk gluing onto our little bumblebee chassis there. And then we get a mechanical bumblebee. Now we can put down a mechanical beehive just like this, and right now it is its own network. You can kind of inspect them as long as you're wearing the goggles, and you'll see like which network they belong to. So since this is not spinning, it has a very small area where it actually works. Whereas if you look at this one, you can see it has a huge area, like it's behind the ships over there. I think this one is connected to the same network, so it ends up having like the shared area. But this one is completely separate because it's not able to reach any other nodes. So we need a way to give this power. So we can place this like next to one of these existing ones, and you'll now see that it has some power and it is connected to the overall network. Now, if I want to put bees in my beehive, I need to use a funnel of some sort. I think you can also use it on the side like this. And you just right click on the funnel to insert the bees. And now you can actually see that it says bees currently stored 1. And we have a max workforce capacity of 6. But this is because it's moving so slowly. So you see this one also has a max workforce capacity of 6. But this one, which is moving at 256 RPM, has a max workforce capacity of 16. So the faster the spins, the larger the area that it can reach with the bees is, and also the more efficient it is. So this spring efficiency that you see here, this is actually talking about the bees because all the bees are powered by an internal spring. So the spring gets loaded up inside the beehive here. And then as the bees goes out, the spring kind of uncoils. And once the spring is fully uncoiled, they run out of energy and they have to return to their beehive to kind of charge again. You can put 1 stack of bees in a single beehive. I don't think you can mix bees. So each beehive needs to have like its own type of bees. So you can have mechanical bees in one like I have here. And then we can have our mechanical bumblebees in this one. So no sharing of beehives. Now, the cargo ports, they work on any inventory. So I can place down a chest here and another chest here. And then we can place 1 cargo port here and 1 here. Whoops. 1 here. You can see now, right now, both of these are pointing up like this, the arrow. And that means that anything we put in here, so if we put in like a chest here, it's going to be taken out by one of the mechanical bumblebees, and it's going to bring it to this one. However, if we set this one to down instead, now the mechanical bumblebee is going to put items here, or it can put items there. It doesn't have to, but it can. And if we go ahead and click on this like 0 up here, we can raise the priority and we can set this to like 256, which is the highest priority. Now that means that this cargo port, the requester, has the highest priority in the network. So if we put an item in here, then this bumblebee should take it to this chest. And we can check here, and we see that the cargo port has now transferred to our chest here on the left. So that's kind of how you can use these cargo bees, or bumblebees as they're called. You can make this a lot more complicated if you want to. If we have a frequency, so let's set this to redstone dust, for example, and we set this one to redstone dust. Now those two have the same frequency, so they become a separate network. So you can use this to kind of separate things. So if we put items in here now, we can still use the same bumblebee, but it's going to ignore this one with the high priority, and it's going to take items up to this one because they are on the same frequency. The logistics port is this one. It looks a little bit different from the cargo port that we looked at before. So that's what the cargo port looks like, and this is the logistics port. So they look a little bit different. Now the logistics port here, if it's set to this, then it's going to allow mechanical bees to take items out for building schematics. So that's what I had this one too over here, where it's pulling from. You can also flip this with a wrench to have items be received here. And I think I said this wrong in the beginning of the video, but this is an item filter. So let's say you only want oak logs to go into here, then we can set oak logs here, and only oak logs will be deposited. And once again, if you have like multiple oak log storages or just multiple storage in general, you can set this to a priority here so that the bees will like prioritize taking items from here or maybe depositing items to here. Now the logistics port can be crafted using a transmitter, a brass funnel, and a brass casing. And you can craft this with a mechanical crafter like this, or you can also craft it in a crafting table. Now for the cargo, you need a transmitter, a vault, and a brass casing. And you can also craft that in a crafting table or here with the mechanical crafter. And then for the deconstruct planner, you need an electron tube, a piece of paper, 2 brass ingots, and some shears. And then for the construction planner that we used, you need an electron tube, a piece of paper, 2 brass ingots, and a honeycomb. And I really like how the difference between these two is the honeycomb and the shears. I thought that was kind of funny. Now we've almost covered everything that this mod has to offer, but of course, there is more stuff. So when it comes to the bulk gluing with our honey block here, it actually slows you down if you walk inside of it like this, and you're actually like falling slowly, like you're like in a honey block, for example. So I thought that was kind of neat. Now there's also the portable mechanical beehive. So we can click here to craft it. And if we right click, you can actually see that it has like several different slots. So this is actually powered by honey, and you can fit 2 stacks of bees in here, and you can also have upgrades. And this is actually crafted with a mechanical beehive, 2 brass casings, 3 brass ingots, and an empty glass bottle. And you can wear this on your back slot, and it actually looks super cool. I just love the way that looks. Now to fill the backpack with honey, you hold some bottles of honey in your offhand, and then the actual portable beehive in your right hand or in your main hand. And then you just shift and right click, so like using your offhand, and that's going to fill up the portable beehive. If we right click on our portable beehive here, you can now see that it's filled with honey. And this honey is used to power our mechanical bees. And I actually took 2 stacks of mechanical bees here, and we can place those in the slots here. And now whenever we like place a schematic, those bees can actually run out. So we can put this on our back, and let's see. Yeah, we have this on our back now. And if we place a schematic and we set it to construct, then we have a bunch of bees popping out of our portable beehive like that. Oh, and these are our bees from the main beehive. But we did have 4 bees that went over there. Yeah, for this portable beehive or portable mechanical beehive, we have several upgrades. So in order to do the upgrades, you first need to make an upgrade template. And this upgrade template is the basis for all the other upgrades. And to make one, you need to have 3 andesite alloy and 2 honeycomb. And the first upgrade we can make is a rapid wings. Basically, rapid wings increases the movement and work speed of all deployed bees by 25% per upgrade. So to install this, we can take our portable beehive, right click, and then we just drag that in there. So you use 2 propellers and 2 sugar and the base template in order to craft this. For this next one, you need a precision mechanism, 2 electron tubes, and the base template. And this one is swarm intelligence. And then you can have 8 additional bees to work simultaneously per upgrade. So yeah, this one would probably be the one I would go for. I haven't tried this one, but having more bees is definitely a big plus. Then the next one uses a propeller and 2 bottles of honey and the base template. This one is honey efficiency. So this one increases carry capacity, break speed, and reduces honey consumption per upgrade. Oh, and by the way, all of these can be crafted in the regular crafting table as well. I'm just using the mechanical crafters for like as a showcase. You can use either option. Now for this next one, this is called soft touch or silk touch, I guess is what it actually is. So it uses 3 feathers and 3 sturdy sheets and a base template. And this is, yeah, basically giving your bees like silk touch. So by default, Buzzy Bees, they'll like break blocks, so they do not silk touch, but soft touch will allow them to silk touch. I would love to put this in the actual mechanical beehives. You can only put it in the portable mechanical beehive right now. And I would love for them to like, or for the developer to add upgrades to the actual mechanical beehives, at least the silk touch option. That would be really great. And last but not least, we have this upgrade, which has 2 droppers and 2 propellers and an upgrade template. I believe this upgrade just makes you drop items on the ground, or makes the bees drop items on the ground. Yeah, bees drop items on the ground after breaking blocks instead of picking them up. Skips the return trip, making deconstruction much faster. So this would probably be good if you're like tearing down terrain or something like that. You could just like not worry about the blocks and just like drop them on the ground, which I guess creates a lot of lag. But yeah, I'm sure that's fine. So yeah, if you want that, that's another upgrade. Now, this mod is available for Crate 6.0 and NeoForge 1.21.1. I will make sure to link the mod in the description down below and also in the pinned comment of the video. So what do you think about this mod? Are you going to use it? Do you have any ideas for what could be added to this mod? Or maybe you have an idea for a different mod that could be created? Let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.